Hello and welcome to another episode of Race Talk F1 with your boy J Knox, aka J Knox to the world.
And your boy Javier.
Come on, and this time it's all about Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas, baby.
COTA, Circuit of the Americas.
That American flag was huge in that race, by the way.
Absolutely.
They love it. I like it.
The USA Grand Prix. Like, this race has got
a spectacle.
It's proper.
It's a spectacle.
It's got more names than Yuki scored points in the. No, I'm not going to do that to Yuki. No, I'm not going to do that. But real talk, mate. It's a big race, and it is the race that we call the American Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Because, like you said,
it's just lovely. Like, simply lovely.
Cowboy boots,
cowboy hat. All the superstars come out.
Even the trophies were like representative.
The sprint race trophies were mad.
Of being in Texas, very, very authentically. Yeah.
We had some cars coming out with special liveries, which we like to see. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago.
Pick up the racing balls.
Flaming hot.
Yeah, they look good. They look good, man. They look good, man. And definitely one of those ones. I think this is like an essential, like where you and me, like, we're trying to work our way around these Grand Prix. Before, or maybe it won't be until retirement, but who knows? But yeah, like this is probably quite high up on the list for me. You've got Grand Prix like Singapore and Monaco that I talk about as being like the spectacles and really, really hype. But then you've got Grand Prix like this one, which I think tick every box. The racing has got a big tick. The entertainment's a big tick. The area, the fan base, the people that go there.
Did you see the amount of fans that were there, bro, on TV? Was I've never seen so many people somewhere in my life.
You know what's funny is when it says attendance and like, it just says sold out. Like, bro, I want to know how much people was there, innit? Like,
they don't know. I don't think they know.
I think it's that, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's that.
I genuinely don't think they know. I think they just sold out all the tickets, letting a bunch of people on guest list. Bare celebrities hit up the promoter.
I said, like, I don't know how many there were, but it's sold out.
Yeah.
Just letting you know it's sold out. Like England, like the Silverstone, we know 500,000 people across that weekend.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But America, just,
was mad. Yeah,
it was busy.
It was a good week across Formula One as well. Like there was different pieces of news that was dropping. So it was like the rumors about the Racing Bulls bid and someone bidding for Racing Bulls and trying to buy them. Was it Horner?
Can't imagine who that could have been. Horner got every penny that he could find, all the Spice Girls money, he found every penny and said, yo, no one wants me, I'm still coming back to Formula One by hook or by crook.
Did he really think that Red Bull would accept an offer from him?
Bro, you got to understand, Red Bull is not an Aston Martin. It's not a business about the money. So you can't go back and just bid. And like, it's not about the money.
Yeah.
If they wanted him associated, they would have just kept him.
This is
in a non-executive role or a non-public facing role. They don't want you, bruv.
Oh, it's dark, but he's needed back in the sport, man.
I'd like him back in the sport.
And you know what? The hunger he's showing, he's prepared to just buy a team just to get back to being a team principal.
I like that hunger.
Bring him back.
That's the kind of determination that's led the team Red Bull to be what they are. So there's a lot to be said. That's why I'm saying I'd like him back in the sport. But at the same time, in a weird way, I don't feel like we miss him because there's still so much competition in this
drama, action.
It's all still happening. Do you know what I mean? So
it is,
it's exciting, man. It's an interesting year. And again, we said this previously, but it is probably one of the most exciting seasons in Formula One. Seeing what's going on, we've got this championship battle, which we said right from the beginning, it's one of the McLaren drivers. Who's it gonna be? All we've talked about is it Oscar or can Lando do it?
Yeah.
Now we're talking about Max, bruv. Again.
The dream is alive.
Like, we just didn't even think this was going to be part of the competition, conversation. Also, we come into this weekend and we knew McLaren have won the Constructors. But did we know that Red Bull, Ferrari and Mercedes were all going to be between, like, there's 10 points separated.
It's all nuts.
Like, I think there's 7 points between, like, it's mad, bro. How tight that is. And now, even though we know McLaren have run away with that, it's still exciting to see who's going to come
Yeah, there's
second,
a lot
third, and
going on.
fourth.
There's a lot going on.
And we don't know. And it means people like Yuki Tsunoda do play into this massively, who's not been scoring barely any points. But actually, if man can just score some points,
gonna earn the team a hell of a lot of money going into next year.
A big difference between finishing fourth and finishing third, and only 3 points at the moment. Like it's all exciting. And coming into Austin this weekend, that's what we was coming into. And just to add to everything, it's a sprint race weekend.
Yeah.
So much going on.
And you know what? I feel like before I didn't really used to like sprints.
Yeah, why?
Just thought sometimes it kind of takes away from the race a little bit. Sort of like you get the preview, but not the whole thing. It's like a tease. And I wasn't really the biggest fan of it. But now they've grown on me. Yeah. And I actually really like it, especially because I get less practice and more actual racing that means something.
This is it, bro.
I've actually grown quite fond of it because I never thought of it like that before. And now I'm like, everything's meaningful on a weekend. Like even practice now, you got the one session, 1 hour.
That's it.
To get everything locked in. And then that's it. So everything's meaningful, including practice now. And I like that.
Yeah, no, it's cool, man. It's cool because, like you said, I think they brought this in to give fans like us more stuff to actually care about.
Yeah.
Like, brother, it was only the other day he was saying, I don't know about practice, I don't know how important it is. And I'm like, practice is mad important. But then a weekend like this, you realize it's important, but it's less important when you get straight to the racing. This weekend, like Charles Leclerc, he had some issues, gearbox issues. I think he could smell burning oil, and he missed out on like vital time in this one practice session.
Yeah.
I think Carlos Sainz also missed out on some practice time. This impacted massively, because there was that. After that, it was straight to the racing, straight into qualifying.
It's a lot of data that you lose. Different scenarios and testing and everything.
Right. In practice, usually you've got 3 sessions, and you've got sessions on the Friday where they're setting up the car for what's it gonna be like in race day, right? And then on Saturday morning, you've got free practice 3, which is like they're setting up the car and practicing what it will be like for qualifying. They don't get that chance.
Yeah.
So now it's proper. It's proper. So we were straight into SQ1 more or less, and it mattered right from the beginning. But yeah, man, it was fun. There's loads going on. Loads going on. Loads of interviews. Loads of just loads going on.
Loads of repercussions.
Hey, listen. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, I think this is one of the biggest things of the weekend, right? It was the buzzword of the weekend.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah. And you know what? It's quite funny. Like Lando said this word. I don't think he realized how much people were gonna sing on this one interview. Because Lando he just says what he says, kind of just in passing. Like he might have not told us anything, but he just made it very clear that he had this conversation with the team, and after, because let's remember in Singapore he hit Max but then hit into Oscar. That's been the issue. Oscar's fuming, asked McLaren to do something about it. Nothing was done on that day, and since then they've gone away to talk about it some more. I see Oscar a couple times, like interviewed here and there, and he seemed exceptionally cool about it. I couldn't understand how he just, after he's like, we've spoken about it, it's all right. I'm like, Oscar's not that cool about it. Now I'm understanding he got his way somewhere, because Lando's saying there's repercussions for him for the rest of the season.
Which is a mad statement,
Yeah.
Like punishing a driver for the entire rest of the season. So it's what? By that race, it was 6 races left of the season. That's a big thing.
So he's holding Sutton, whatever. Now that's got to be something along the lines of like Oscar's got first shout on pit stops or something like that, innit? Like priority on setup or priority on, like he must, for him to be calm after someone crashed into him. Or not someone, after his teammate crashed into him, and he's gone back to the team for like what we doing about this? Like, I don't think he lets it go unless he's actually got something that's tangibly worth something to him.
So you reckon he's number 1 driver now then?
I reckon it's got to be. And this is a conversation, right? With Max coming back into the mix of things, like just generally, like we're gonna get to what he's done this weekend, but in general, right? Red Bull look like they're back on it. The car looks like it's performing. Max has been winning stuff, and he's put himself back into the driver championship. The question kind of come up this weekend, like, would McLaren just say, well, we need one of our drivers to win it, so let's put all our eggs in one basket? And that basket might be the number one driver, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's
what they're thinking about almost, isn't it?
Yeah, but I just sometimes I think that the number one driver thing's a bit overhyped. Sometimes, like I just think just win the race.
Yeah, just dead.
Like I don't know how much extra, like by naming someone number one driver, how much extra do they get? I know they get preferential pit stops and stuff, but if you qualify above your teammate, they're not getting preferential treatment in the race, and you put yourself in a position that doesn't allow them to get any preferential treatment.
Bruv, that's all well and good in theory, yeah. In your little theory, like textbook of how it goes, yeah, I'll just win more races. Rude boy, it's not possible. Yuki Tsunoda cannot out-qualify Max because Max is the number one driver. Yuki will never have the setup that can beat Max Verstappen. So there is no just do better because he can't do no better.
That's in a Yuki scenario, but when Sergio Perez was there were times when he was challenging Max.
Brother. And look where that got him. Is he in the sport anymore?
He will be next year, though. He will be next year. Return of the Mac.
You can't challenge the number one driver in certain teams, and this is what I'm saying, because you become too much of a threat. Then it becomes political. Then it becomes about not winning races to keep your seat. How bonkers is that?
That is mad.
And that's Red Bull. Crazy. It's
mad.
Helmut Marko and the gang. Or maybe it'd be a little bit different now that Horner's gone. I don't know, man. But yeah, I don't think it's as simple as that at all.
Fairs.
So
do you think it was poor PR training from Lando to bring up the repercussions in that conversation or in the interview?
No, man needs to know about these things.
I think it was. We need to know, but I think it's mad. Like,
what,
keep
that we
that
know
stuff,
about it?
Yeah, like keep that stuff behind closed doors. I can't believe Lando's willingly brought that up, because now all that media attention's been brought on the team. You're asking Oscar, you're asking Zach Brown.
He didn't expect it though.
What do you mean you didn't expect it?
No,
you tell people, oh, I've been punished. I got grounded.
Nah, Lando's happy. No, because Lando is a very honest character. So he's just letting people know, look, I did what I did. I didn't get away with it, guys. It's not like, I think had that been a Max character or someone like that, you know, he'd come out and said, look, don't worry about it. Like, it's dealt with. It is what it is. But he's like, look, guys. It's almost like, oh, I love you guys.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you everything, innit? Almost like telling your missus too much information. Just tell her what she needs to know, bro. You don't get into all the detail about everything. Sometimes TMI, innit? Even me, just tell me what I need to know.
Territory.
Tell me what I need to know. I don't need to know just
I hear you.
need to know basis. Lando is a lovely guy, so he's like, guys, I didn't get away with it. I'm gonna suffer for the rest of the season, and I'm okay with it. It's basically what he was saying,
which is fair. And then you had Martin Brundle saying, "I know what the repercussions are, but it's not my place to tell anyone."
Oh, swear!
Yeah,
someone needs to lean on him.
It's my job to know these things in Formula One, but I don't need to share that information.
What's the point, Martin? What's the point in knowing? Like, what? Bragging rights, but...
Just telling you he's the man, innit? He's just letting you know.
Nah, brother.
He's just letting you know.
You got to spill some beans.
The paddock is mine.
Yeah, man. You got to spill some beans, Martin, man. You got to let us know what's going on. So, yeah, it's... I don't think it's bad PR training. I think it's just like, honesty from Lando. And that's what we love about Lando. It's his whole character, man.
Fairs.
So that was that. And then it was on with sprint qualifying, I believe.
Yeah, so Bortoletto DNF'd.
Oh man, not a great weekend for him. He was involved in a few bits, but it just wasn't a great weekend. And a big contrast to his teammate Hulkenberg.
Yeah, Nico.
He had a good weekend.
Performance. Qualified 4th.
In the sprint, man,
which
really,
was
really
amazing for him. And even in practice, I think he finished 2nd in practice. So it's like he was showing the flashes, right, that he was there this weekend.
Yeah.
And it's great for him because his qualifying's been pretty poor for pretty much the whole season.
This is it. We rate him as a driver, as a racer. Like you see him wheel to wheel. I think is where he thrives on the track. Otherwise, he wouldn't be in Formula One this whole time. But I think it's more a matter of qualifying. But it comes massively down to the car for me with that.
Okay.
But look, he's done it. So sometimes this is just a setup thing, I reckon.
Yeah. Set up certain tracks.
And strategy, because Bortoleto actually got stuck.
Yeah.
Bortoleto, Yuki Tsunoda, who can't afford to get stuck, and Franco Colapinto got stuck at the back. When you looked at, I don't know if it was SQ1, Q2 or SQ3, but these, I think it was SQ1, end of SQ1, backed up.
The entire grid was basically out.
Yeah, man. But in the pit lane.
In the pit lane,
In the pit lane, like, these lot couldn't get out. It's like traffic jam. Like, what are we doing, bro?
Like the M25 on a Friday.
Right? What are we doing here? This is Formula One. Why are we all going out at the same time? Why is it so backed up? Why is there traffic? I saw a red light. It's just too much. And then, I think it was Ocon just... was trying to create some space.
Yeah.
I've seen DRS trains, but this was just traffic.
Yeah.
This was just.
And when they got out on track, it was literally they were all racing. They were actually racing, trying to race
in a qualifying session, bruv. It was
just to be able to cross the line in time to get a lap time in.
So butters.
It was chaotic. Yeah, it was chaotic.
And Yuki had no time.
Yeah.
No time at the end of it. Do you know how poor that is?
Oh, it's so bad.
You're saying, man, just got to out qualify your teammate.
He had a bad weekend, bro. He got stopped at immigration in America as well again.
Not again.
And it's like I think he's just fed up with that place. He's like, no, I'm done with the USA.
It sets your mood as well, you know.
It does.
Yeah? It's like when you go into a rave, yeah. If you go into the club and security are absolute idiots on the door. When I get into the party, I'm vexed.
The night's done, innit? The night's done.
Before it's even started. You think that's what they did? They rattled.
Yeah, they rattled him, bro. They rattled him to the point that when he got into the paddock, he was skipping the security. You know, you got the barriers. He was walking around the barriers for
bans. Don't want to see no security.
I'm not doing this.
Because you're just going to stop me anyway.
And Max looked at him like, I didn't know you was bad like that.
Crazy.
Yeah, I think he was in a bad mood.
Yeah, the whole weekend wasn't great for him. And then anyway, moving on to like SQ2, like I saw a lot of people with like struggling for time. So there was a point, I think it was Hulkenberg, Hadjar, and I think Lawson had like no time on the clock, no time recorded, with just like there's like seconds to go on the clock for the session.
Yeah.
They needed to cross this line. I was like, they still have recorded no time. There's like 3 drivers here. So it just felt like it felt more exciting, to be honest. Because it felt like everyone's constantly fighting, constantly racing against the clock, racing against each other, racing to try and put a good time in. And then, it just it's funny because then you have the chance to get one lap in, one set of timings. And Lawson exceeded track limits and had his time deleted.
Yeah,
man, this
guy
again, as Yuki would have said.
That guy, Yuki weren't happy with him in qualifying either, was he?
Yuki's never happy with him. Yuki's
getting
happy with him
constantly
because he's got his seat, bro. Like, Yuki,
give me my racing ball back.
Yeah, bro. I think there's a bit of that. Yuki's so done.
Yeah,
done with this season.
He is. Well, he ain't got a contract for next year, does he? I don't think he's got a team.
This is all mad because talking about contract talks, we've seen things start to get locked in. We've seen Kimi and George Russell get locked into Mercedes. That's probably like eased Kimi's mind a little piece. Is Yuki maybe rattled about that a little bit? Would that make you race hard? I don't know.
I think he's probably been told he's not going to be at Red Bull next year.
You reckon?
I think so. I think he's been told he's not going to be at Red Bull next year.
He'll be happy about that, no?
But then he doesn't have a seat.
Yeah.
So I think he might know he's out of Formula One next year.
And
now it's just kind of like, what's the point? I'm just coasting here.
Yuki's a bad boy driver. He can't be out of Formula One. He just can't be. And we love Yuki.
He's not the worst driver on the grid.
He's definitely not the worst. definitely.
By any stretch of the imagination.
Forget all the points that you can see or not see on the board this season. Like, as a driver, we know what's what in it. And yeah, crazy. That sound, by the way, is mad rain.
Well, it's raining in Croydon this morning, boy. It's not Texas.
Not like Texas, boy. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm so jealous. I'm looking at Ted Kravitz walking around in like his shirt and shorts.
That's so you in it. Shorts is so you, bro.
Looking at Jensen Button looking all like flash and suave and just very summery, and then we got this kind of weather here, but it is what it is.
Yeah, we keep it moving,
bro. If it was wet, then them tires would have cooled down way quicker. We'd have had a whole different race.
We pod in the rain.
Yeah, man. And then SQ3 was just literally it finished up basically with the top three in the championship.
Yeah.
Which is Piastri, Norris, and Max
on top.
But in reverse to the order that it is in the championship. Almost like the universe is trying to level the playing field a little bit. We saw Norris like top SQ1 and SQ2, so you kind of expected him to top SQ3 and run away with pole.
Yeah.
No. Max comes with a magical lap once again.
The Terminator once again, man. You just
can't believe it, but he does it. He does it. He pulls it out the bag, and now he's.
Do you reckon the Red Bull car's back?
I think so. I think they've got it. They've worked out what it is. This is what's really interesting. It is back, but it's because they've spent so much attention on modding and upgrading this year, where none of the other teams are doing this.
Still focusing on next year.
Exactly. Red Bull, I think, are probably quite sensible here. They're the only ones living in the now.
Yeah.
If we spend some time and money here and now on this car and here and now, we can affect here and now this championship. Forget next year. That's the future. We want to affect this championship. And that's what they're doing. So I rate that because all the others are looking a bit too far ahead. And sometimes you got to live in the now.
Yeah. That's good advice.
Live in the now, bro. Live in the now. Hey, listen.
Like we said, Nico fourth, George fifth, Fernando sixth, and Carlos seventh. I found that was good performances from them.
Where was Kimi? Kimi wasn't even here.
He wasn't even in Q3, bro. He was 11th.
Yeah.
So, Isaac behind him in 12th.
Yeah, this is a bit mad. Still, only one Mercedes in the top 10. But good to see the Ferraris like doing something. You know what I'm saying? They look like they had some
Lewis
pace.
was in his favourite spot in 8th, innit?
Oh, man. Seventh is his favourite spot.
That's it. Yeah.
Seventh is his favourite spot. But not this weekend.
Yeah.
We saw the Ferraris doing a little bit more. So that was nice, man. So that prepared us for an interesting sprint race.
Sprint did deliver.
The sprint race was about to be. This is the first time we're going to see that. It's like a chance for everybody to see these cars really flexing on track.
Yeah.
So that you can get the setup right for race day on the Sunday. So it was about like really important time to get all the data. Because if you didn't get data at this point, then you're going to be lacking on Sunday. Something that nobody can afford to do, especially if you're in the top half of that championship table.
100%.
However, races be racing.
Lights out and away we go.
Sprint be sprinting. And lap one was very lap one-ing.
Right, and it's been a while since. I feel like it's coming back now. I feel like for a good while, like the whole of this season, we just haven't been having turn one incidents.
Yeah.
And now it's back.
Which is mad, really.
It's been turned up.
Yeah.
For the championship. The pressure's there. I think all the drivers, like you still got some drivers that are fighting for their careers at the moment. Like Colapinto is fighting for his career. Yuki's fighting for his career.
Yeah.
They're fighting for the championship. So the heat's been turned up a bit now. 6 races to go. And I think drivers are taking more risks than what they have been for the rest of this from the beginning of the season.
This is where we are, man. The final quarter of the season. This is what it is. And like you said, people like Piastri is fighting like he's been out of form, and it's almost
big time. I
don't want to call it desperation, but it's when you say the heat's been turned up, it is almost it starts to feel like that. It starts to feel like people are looking to take risks that you wouldn't usually take. And so you've got that with really Lando and Oscar and Max all going for something here.
Yeah.
There's something to play for. Yeah. And so lap one of the Grand Prix of the sprint, it ended up in a bit of a palaver, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, so let's talk about it. So it's lights out and away we go.
Boom.
Front four get away. So
Yep.
so Max, Lando, Piastri, Hulkenberg,
Yeah.
all get away. Everyone's in position. It's fine. Max is kind of he's a little bit gone. Lando behind. Lando goes to the outside. Now Oscar's following him. But then Oscar goes, do you know what? There's an overtake on here. I'm going to cut inside turn one, and I'm going to do a switcheroo on Lando. So he starts out wide, then cuts in. What he fails to remember is that Hulkenberg is a good driver, and he's a podium finisher. Yeah. He's quick.
Yeah.
Hulkenberg's already at the corner.
Yeah.
So Oscar turns in, bam.
Yeah, he cuts in too hard, man.
Cuts in too hard.
Ultimately, like it is what happened as far as I'm concerned. He cuts in too hard, and just like Hulkenberg couldn't do nothing.
No, Hulk he was just there.
I think it was Alonso was on the left of him.
He was, yeah.
It's lap one. It's busy.
Yeah.
It's busy around here.
Yeah.
And I just think Oscar was a little bit desperate at that moment, just trying a bit too hard, man.
So Oscar then takes out himself, takes out Lando, and takes out Hulkenberg.
Who also takes out Alonso.
And it's 4 cars whose races are just ruined now.
Bare debris on track.
Out. But Zach Brown didn't see it like that initially. Zach Brown said it was some amateur hour driving by some drivers.
Yeah, love that. Talk about your own, bro. Talk about your own.
He was fuming at Nico at the start. Obviously, I don't think he had seen replays and stuff yet. It's just going off the initial, this is the one-time view.
You know what's liberties about that?
Go on.
He's just looking at the position that Nico usually takes up in Formula One and calls in amateur. Rude. That is rude.
He said you got a nosebleed being up here. So you never been so high before.
Rude, bro.
So you're not used to this.
So rude.
But Nico's he's got trophies, bro. Yeah. Like, talk to me nice now, innit?
Yeah.
Talk to me nice. But yeah, I just think it was just completely Oscar's fault as well. Yeah. Like, just no excuse. He drove like there was no one else on the track. And maybe, do you reckon because of these repercussions and Piastri being told, you can do what you like now, you're the number one driver. Is there a bit of that going on in his head where he thinks, oh, I could do what I want?
I think that's exactly what it is. So now he's taken out both McLarens. Like, now, to be honest, he's worse than Lando.
I agree.
Lando was bad in the last one, and we said, yeah, cool. But now, Oscar, you are way worse, bro. And he's done it to himself as well, but you've eliminated McLaren from earning any points.
Yeah.
And I know that obviously McLaren have run away with it, but it's not the point. That's not the point. You're meant to finish this. Otherwise, what are we participating for? You've cost us money. Like, what are we doing here?
This is it. Yeah,
no, it's jarring still. And you've on top of that, you're gonna let Max run away with 8 points. Yeah. Well, you just gifted, man, 8 points. That's what you've done.
This is it. Whilst they both scored 0.
Wild behaviour.
Bro. It's crazy.
Wild behaviour. I think on top of that, you also mess up your race for Sunday because now you have no race data.
They've got no data. 20 laps, no data.
No, like neither car. No, it's mad. And do you know what I like about Lando's attitude towards it all?
Go on. Yeah.
I just got wiped out.
Yeah.
See Lando, yeah? If it's not Lando's fault, Lando's not mad upset.
Yeah.
Lando would be more upset if he made a mistake. This is what I love about him. He'd be more upset if he crashed out on his own fault than getting taken out by his own teammate. Yeah. Which he has the right to be raging right now.
I agree.
He's not. I love Lando for that, I do.
I just think he was smug because now all them repercussions are completely gone.
Uno reverse, guy. Man slapped Oscar with the Uno reverse.
He's back to being number one driver so quick.
Slightly, Oscar done it to himself.
He did, man. He did, and he's crumbling under the pressure, boy. He's crumbling.
It's mad.
It's a bigger bottle job than Spurs, man. Like, just bottling it. He's just absolutely bottling it right now.
How can you've just earned yourself number one driver status, and this is your first maneuver? Crazy, bro.
Didn't even make it to a race, an actual race.
Yeah.
Being a number one driver.
Didn't even make it to turn 2, bro. Like, just have it right. It's crazy.
Oh, man.
So that was that, and that, to be honest, that was it for me for the sprint race.
Yeah, there weren't much. I think there was on lap 8, George went for an overtake on Max, which was a bit audacious.
So
I would
what?
say.
They both went off
Very
track.
Max-like.
Yeah. Max is like, what's he doing? What's he doing? Max is doing what you would do,
Yeah.
bro. And I like George. George
Yeah.
has got learned behavior here. He's learned how to deal with Max.
Yeah.
It took a little while. And George, for me, has really come into his own. He's got to be very careful not to overdo this.
Okay.
But he's come into his own. He's number one driver at Mercedes. He's owned that situation. He's driven really well. He's found his groove. But if I skip all the way to the end of the race, right, and the post race interviews, I just found that you just gotta be a little bit careful. I don't want him to get too cocky and too sure of himself and too sure of the sport and too. I'm thinking he's just got to be a little bit careful. You know what I'm saying? We'll come back to him, but yeah.
I mean, there was some news as well, right? That I think it was last year when he done the interview about Max. So he specifically asked the interviewers, make sure you ask me more questions because I'm going to stick it on Max. So usually the interviewer's only allowed one question. And he's specifically gone, ask me more because I'm ready to give it.
Yeah, he's been in the gym, maybe. Like, he's feeling good. You know what I mean? He's been having Barocca in the morning.
It's that new contract, boy.
He's got a new contract. Like,
I think I read somewhere he's now a top 3 or top 4 paid driver.
Yeah,
since this new contract come in.
This is what right. This is what it is then, because he's talking like he just seems so sure of himself.
Yeah.
This weekend,
but he is putting in the performances to back it up, though.
I mean,
this is a thing
to an extent, but this weekend wasn't stunning.
Wasn't stunning. He got second in the sprint.
Yeah, fair enough.
Which is really good for him.
Yeah.
He done well to dodge everything in turn 1. So he got second in the sprint, so we have to give him credit for that.
Yeah.
Carlos Sainz third in the sprint. Smooth operator. His momentum at the moment's mad. He just keeps on pulling in great results. I think that's 2 podiums in the last 3 races now.
Still might be one of the best, like one of the best drivers. Like, I just love to see these drivers in different cars. Like, I was thinking this morning, I was like, I'd love to see Alonso drive this Red Bull.
Oh, mate, yeah.
Or the Mercedes or the Ferrari. You know, I'd just like to see him in one of these cars because I just
want to know how good he actually still is, right?
Yeah, he is good. Like, he was fighting for 1 point in the actual race. Yeah. But he's just good, bro. He's just good.
That guy.
I love having him on the grid. I do. And I just like to see him really challenging the likes of Max in a weekend like this.
It would be, his hate for Lewis needs to be studied, though. He's all on Instagram posting memes about Lewis and that. It's just hilarious, man. Yeah.
This guy is just he's got it, but he hasn't got it because of the car.
Yeah, it's mad. Like, turn 1, Lewis was moving like the Matrix, bro. He was doing dodging bare debris.
Yeah.
That was mad. There's a clip on Twitter going around. There's a mad big piece of debris that just flies at Lewis's head like that. I don't even know if it touches him or not, right? But he's like kind of shifts his head to the left a little bit.
It's
like,
mad.
If he didn't have a helmet, he's dead.
This is mad.
It's crazy.
He was complaining as well on the radio, saying there is debris from turn 1 up to turn 11.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite surprised they didn't red flag.
Same.
Can't believe it.
Same.
I was really expecting that to happen, and because I wasn't really sure how bad the damage on these cars were, but I think I just wanted Hulkenberg to have another chance, to be honest.
Yeah.
He got taken out. Obviously, at this point, you don't know how bad things are. Like, Oscar continued driving, and they said, I think we got suspension damage. When they actually showed it, this guy can't keep driving.
And he goes, oh, yeah, we do.
Like, it's visibly just snapped, like 2 of the bars of the suspension that snapped.
Yeah.
So it was that, but you don't know how bad it is. I think Kimi had a spin in the actual race and kept racing. You just don't know. Sometimes it's just luck. We've seen this before. Singapore, one man touches the wall and it's okay. Another man touches the wall and his suspension's cracked.
Yeah.
Like, so I just kind of wanted Hulkenberg to have a bit. It just didn't feel fair on people like him.
It didn't. But then you had people like Yuki, who obviously qualified all the way in 18th, ended up getting 7th place because at turn 1, he just overtook everyone.
It's so mad.
He just overtook everyone.
This is why we say he's a driver.
Yeah. Going 18th to 7th in one turn.
Yeah.
He just went up the inside, I think it was. I think he followed George and he just was off. And
this is how racing goes, bro. It just goes like that sometimes, man. It just goes like that.
Yeah. And I found it interesting. So in the sprint race, Max was really complaining about, I think it was the rear stability of the car. and just said, yeah, I'm losing the car, constantly losing the car. And it's that kind of data that the team like McLaren, they miss out on if they're not racing. Because obviously Max has then gone away for the actual race and for qualifying, and Red Bull's adjusted the setup completely, and they've eliminated all that rear spin. So it's data like that, and I just found that super interesting.
So when he came to actually racing, he had the best possible chance, and he used it, because here we go, like we had qualifying, like, and he qualified and took that pole position for the actual race.
Yeah.
And
by 3/10, right?
It was significant. It was significant, and that's just got to be all of the data in it, the race data as well as the qualifying data. Just like he just had it, and also I think Red Bull have. I talked about their upgrades. They've modified. I think they made something like 6 modifications to that front wing.
Mad.
Like in the last few weeks. Like
they've been watching the Formula 1 movie where they keep developing.
Bro.
combat mode.
Combat mode. Like literally, they've been going for it, and I don't know. Maybe they've been watching it, and Yuki's trying to take out everybody and cause safety cars.
Mate, Yuki is preparing for plan. What was it in the Formula 1? Was it Plan C? Chaos.
Yeah,
Plan C, chaos. They are preparing Yuki to take out both them McLarens on an upcoming weekend, because that's his job now.
That's might be what it comes down to.
Yuki has to take a McLaren out in one of the last 5 races. Yuki's job, his purpose for the rest of this season, is to just cause problems.
You can have a seat next year if. No,
that's what it is. That was Sergio's job. Remember when Lewis stole the title from, when Max stole the title from Lewis? Sergio's job was just disrupt Lewis as much as you can in these last races. Hold him up, disrupt him. That's going to be Yuki's job this year.
Yeah, you might be right.
Disrupt them McLarens.
I did notice there was a point where I just thought, Yuki's like the guinea pig, because I think it might have been a pit stop. And it was like, Yuki, go onto the softs or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And it was like you were watching to see what happened, so that they knew what to do with Max, innit? This is what I'm saying. Like, man, you can't just beat the number 1 driver, because it just doesn't go like that.
Yeah.
But also, this was quite interesting because we don't really get into too much into tire degradation on here, but we have to talk about it, because like the plan for everybody was to go mediums to hards.
Yeah.
And then the hards were dead out, and the softs didn't deteriorate like softs usually deteriorate. But I think the only one to start on softs was Charles Leclerc
in the top 15, I think, and then there was someone like Colapinto or someone, I think, started on softs. But yeah,
so he took the chance, and his plan was to go softs to mediums, while everyone else's was gonna go like mediums, probably to hards. And actually, they realized these softs are performing, and so that became the
changed everyone's strategy.
And there's a lot of talk that maybe McLaren should have done this with Lando to give Lando more of a chance to get off the line, because let's talk about what George said at the end. Right, George was just saying there's no tire degradation. F1 at the moment, he just seems a bit bored with F1 almost. I've done what I need to do. I'm getting paid now. He goes, it's just a race to turn 1. That seems to be what it is at the moment. The race is quite processionary. I said, my gosh, like, do you know what I'm saying? Even though I don't know. He just talked about F1 as if it was a bit of a
snooze fest.
Yeah, bro, he did, man. And that's what he was saying. He said it's all about qualifying, and he just basically said he couldn't have done any better. It was all the whole reason that he said everything was a bit of an excuse for his performance, just saying, well, I couldn't have done any better, because the only way I could have done better is if I qualified better. But once I didn't qualify where I needed to, because we didn't do this and because the tyres didn't do that, I was always going to be here, which means I was always going to be there. And he talked about it like it was almost fate. It was written and you can't change it, which I don't agree with, because in Formula 1 anything can happen.
Anything can happen, and there is action, but this race was the middle part was definitely a bit.
Yeah, but something could still happen.
Something could happen.
Stroll
so
could just go across to like you don't. He had some contact.
Which he did do in the sprint.
That's what I'm saying. So this is my point. It can always go off in it. Then you got before you know it, you got a safety car. Then before you know it, someone who was 20 seconds out in front is only 2 seconds out in front.
And that's what happened with Lewis at the end of the race with that phantom
slow
Thanks from
puncture
slow puncture, whatever it
or
was.
bad tire,
Just
whatever it was.
watching the time clock go down, and Oscar was gaining on him so quick, and I was like, nah, surely not.
Oscar to still not pass Lewis
Mm.
at that point. Oscar, are you there? Are you with us?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think it was testament to Lewis's good driving, you know. I think he had a solid race.
Yeah,
I proper rated it.
good weekend for Lewis, man. I did think going into the race, I thought Lewis for podium, but he didn't get the podium. But Charles got a podium, so to see Ferrari on the podium, happy days, and Lewis to still hang on to that fourth. And you know, he said in his interview, so nearly, not quite, but so nearly. But you know, you feel like this is a bit of a lift for him.
Yeah, 100%.
And he wasn't negative in his end of in his post race interview. So we just want to see man really feeling like they're in the game.
So during the race, right? So Charles was on old softs, and there was a point where Lewis ended up catching up to Charles. Charles held him up now, like defended for a good couple corners, and it took so much time off Lewis. Do you reckon that was fair? Do you reckon they should have switched the cars at that point? Should they have just told Charles, don't defend Lewis? Like, what do you reckon about that scenario?
I don't like too much team orders, to be honest. So I like when teammates still drive like they're not teammates. Like they're actually competitors.
As long as you don't make contact with each other.
Yeah, I don't like when it gets too like dictated by teams.
Yeah.
Because I'm a fan of the sport, man. I want to see these man racing. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you kind of see. Same when I see the McLarens going at it. Like I want to see them actually going at it. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you had like the McLarens and the Ferraris, like it was like McLaren Ferrari, or the other way around. And you had Lando chasing down Charles, right?
The entire race, bro.
The whole race, Charles was in second. I thought he was going to be second.
Same.
You know, but I don't know what was... Again, it's this thing with these tyres. Because they told Lando, chill out, fall back, let your teams cool down a piece, then go and get it.
Yeah.
And I said, this ain't going to work.
Yeah.
It worked, bro. And next thing you know, he was just taking like half a second out of Leclerc fast. And caught up with him. And then like what I do love, Charles is a driver.
Mate, his defense
unbelievable
on Lando was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I know sometimes we complain about Lando not being able to overtake people without some advice from the team and blah 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 blah. This wasn't that. This was just incredible driving from Charles. Put the car, made it wide, put it exactly where it was supposed to be every corner, and it was like you could see the quality.
Driver of the day kind of material for me.
It was.
Like, even though I know that he lost the position, if Lando wasn't in this McLaren that had mad pace, like there's no way driver to driver, if they were driving the same car, there's no way that Lando could have got past. No. Charles was just too good.
Yeah, he was
just too good. Thought it was good, man. It was nice watching. Like, but Max was just out in front. Like, he just wasn't involved and avoided a lot of the drama in the sprint. Avoided any drama in this race. He just drove his own race.
Didn't actually see him the entire weekend. Just saw him when he crossed the line.
Yeah,
and that was it. He did not make the TV coverage.
The commentators like made me laugh a little bit because he caught up with the back markers. It was one of those races. It's not like people were getting lapped from way back. Like it was right at the end. So I think there was like 2 laps to go. It was like, oh, Max is catching up with the back markers. He doesn't need to overtake them, actually.
Yeah.
I was like, bruv, do you know who this guy is? Do you know what kind of creature this guy is? You think he's going to catch up with back markers and say, you guys are cool. You guys stay there. I'll jam back here. By nature, it is impossible.
It is impossible
for him to see a car and not try to overtake.
He must have been so bored just being out front with nothing to do that he got
excited.
Got so excited. He got so excited.
Cars to overtake. So now this is interesting for me because now he's got back markers. The back markers were Bortoletto, and then you had Pierre Gasly and the 2 Alpines.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the Alpines was 17th and 18th, Bortoletto was 19th, right? And then you've got Max coming.
Yeah.
Now, Colapinto was in 18th. Gasly was in 17th, right? Max is chasing them down, and Alpine's message to the drivers is hold positions. Now, Colapinto is on to Gasly, and they're saying hold his. But we're managing. What are you managing in 17th and 18th,
place.
bro?
Bro, it was insane. Colapinto just goes, "What? He's
slow."
slow."
Yeah,
He's
I know.
slow. And Colapinto's fighting for his career,
As
and you're
well,
telling
yeah.
him, "Yeah, just
No,
stay back."
Just stay. So now you got two things. You got a man fighting for his career, and you give him instructions. Stay there. So now he's got a dilemma. I'm a racing driver. I need to show you I can race, and I've got to battle that with doing what I'm told.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Overtaken.
Are you?
Overtaken. Because if
Your bosses are not
Alpine's-
going to be happy.
if-
You're fighting for your career.
he probably knows that he's not staying there anyway. Like, what is he? The only driver? Is he the only driver not to score a point this year, or was it the only rookie
Ooh,
not to score a point
I
this year?
think he's the only rookie.
Yeah. So like you don't want to be in them categories, right? So I think he just knows, yeah, I'm in trouble here. So
Yeah.
I've got to do something. Like even if it's to get a job in F2 or to get a job in NASCAR or something, you got to show the ability.
Yeah.
And if you're just sitting there now, just behind people for the fun of it,
Yeah, because you got told to.
because you got told to, what we doing?
And this is what's mad. So you got Max coming through, and Bortoleto was
And Bortoleto
onto
was
them
there
as
as
well.
well.
So now the slower Gazzy's going, like literally, Colapinto's falling into the clutches.
Yeah.
You could have just finished the race last because Bortoleto was
Yeah.
coming through.
Yeah.
So he ignores team orders and he goes ahead. I just think they were the weirdest team orders of the weekend.
It was bizarre. It
Why?
was bizarre.
What are you, Alpine? Do you know what? Someone tell us. What are you
I
managing?
I don't get it. It's quite embarrassing, really, isn't it? It's quite embarrassing, really. I'm not gonna lie.
This is teams talking for the sake of talking, like practicing, very aspirational, like
Yeah.
watching McLaren give team orders and saying we want to be a bit like that.
Yeah.
We're gonna
This is
issue
it.
some team orders, bro. Save it.
Yeah.
Save it. Yeah, weirdest of the weekend.
Yeah,
to be honest.
100%. So lap 7, Sainz took Kimi Antonelli out.
Oh, mad.
Like looked absolutely identical to Stroll in the sprint the day before. What did you make of it?
So this is where you were talking about Sainz. I was going to mention this a minute
Yeah.
ago when you was talking about how great
Okay.
Sainz was.
Yeah.
And all the wonderful things that he did, in the sprint and his
All this momentum, bro.
So much momentum that you took out Kimi. For me, it's a bit of a rookie move
Yeah, it
because
was.
you know what your car's capable of. We know what that corner on this track is like because, like you said, we've seen it happen. We've seen the pile up in the sprint. We know how this thing goes. And for me, it was a very amateurish move from Sainz.
It was.
And Sainz, like karma come around instantly because Sainz lost out. Kimi spun, but Kimi managed to keep going.
Yeah.
He had gravel all over his softs. I thought it was going to be mad peak for him. It wasn't great for him, but he carried on.
Yeah.
And he actually got the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, he did.
I am so upset that you don't get a point for that.
Yeah. I mean, he finished 13th, so he wouldn't have got it anyway.
No,
by old rules.
but he would have got but by the old rules, he would
would've,
he would have still got the point for the fastest lap, which would have been something.
Yeah.
I'm so upset that you
yeah.
don't get a point for the fastest lap, man. Anymore. Bring it back.
Yeah, I think they should bring it back. I definitely think they should bring it back.
It was good, and I get why they took it away. It was a strategic depriving. But look, it's things like that in a championship like this year, you think is going to make a difference, and then maybe it forces Max to say, "No, I need that." So maybe he has another stop to make sure he gets.
Yeah.
You just don't know in it. Like it just forces so many more things. And in a sport where they're adding things like they've added the sprint race and they've added things to make it more exciting, to take that away, it's a bit like you're taking away something that makes the sport exciting.
I feel like they should give like some extra points out just for the fun of it. Like maybe quickest lap under the top 10. So one of the back markers gets a point. Maybe an extra point for the most overtakes in a race.
Yeah, I like things like that.
Something like that. I feel like that might be quite cool.
Something to start at the back for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, like them races where Max has done it, Lewis has done it. I think even George did it, was it last year, started from the pit lane.
Yeah.
Overtook like an absolute G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give something. Do you know what I mean? Like you get driver of the day, but all right, cool. It's like,
driver of the day should come with a point.
This
Imagine if driver of the and that gives us as fans who get to vote for the driver of the day, it gives us a say.
That is dangerous territory, though. That is dangerous territory. Max would never get another point for the rest of his life.
I don't know. Max has got bare fans, bro.
He does now.
Bare fans.
Now. Do you know who had bare fans?
Go on.
Carlos Sainz. When he was on the podium at the sprint, the cheer from the crowd was mad. I was like, I didn't know Sainz had motion like that in America.
Mad. Well, maybe a lot of people traveling to the States for this particular Grand Prix. And maybe they're just happy to see Williams back on the podium. Maybe it's a bit of that as well, because I think there is, and also everyone loves an underdog, innit? And it feels like Sainz has been done dirty a little bit. He hasn't, but it feels like it maybe for some, because he was at Ferrari and lost his seat for Lewis, and now Lewis is not on the podium, and Sainz is. It's when you just look at it like that,
multiple times like that.
Mad achievement.
It is mad. Oh, fair play to him.
So fair play to him, and credit to the whole Williams team.
Yep.
Credit to the whole McLaren team for actually having won the constructors, thinking that you're swanning to the end of this season, having to put 2 cars back together for the race because they both got taken out. Credit to all the teams that had a lot of work to do, even like the Kick Sauber team, like putting Hulkenberg back together to make sure that he was ready to come back into the race and actually have a good race as well. Credit to all the mechanics and all the teams.
He got points as well.
And
finished in 8th place, scored points.
That's how
great weekend for him.
I think this is the first time he scored points since Silverstone.
Yeah.
No, big up, man. Big up Hulkenberg. And
it's mad.
It's all in a day's work for him.
So let's talk about McLaren's slow pit stop for Lando. Then. So obviously he's chasing Charles. Every little millisecond is of the essence here. Oscar gets to pit first. Maybe this was the repercussions we're talking about. But Oscar gets to pit first. Lando's chasing Charles now. Pits 3.8 seconds. Slow pit stop. The second pit stop for McLaren continues to be a problem.
Yeah, they're tired.
The whole season.
Tired.
What is it? Is it hardware? Is it personnel? Like what's going on?
Bruv, they've just spent the whole time fixing these 2 cars. That's what this is. Fatigue, blood. Fatigue. That's what I'm gonna put it down to.
You think you get fatigued just lifting up tyres and putting them on?
Is that what you think it is? Yeah. Hey.
They're doing these pit stops.
I'm gonna put you in a garage, bro. I'm gonna put you in a garage.
They're doing these pit stops in 2 seconds, bro. What fatigue do you get from 2 seconds work?
Bro. Nah. I can't with this. I can't.
Some man them, not me. They all this 2 seconds and that. It's not a long time for that. It's a quick thing for them, isn't it?
Yeah, bro.
It's not for me, bro. Like 2 seconds work is mad.
I'm just gonna say, I'm not with you. I think this is.
So you're saying 2 seconds is a long time? Yeah, that's a lot of work.
I think it's the pressure gets to them a little bit, and there is fatigue. Like you can be as switched on as you want, but to be honest with you, these men are like, don't give them so much work, innit?
Yeah.
Like if you didn't crash 2 cars yesterday, and I'm pointing at Oscar, like you've done this, but it's kind of worked for him because it slowed down Lando.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know what's going on.
They need to drink more Monster.
Maybe it's that.
That's what it is, bro.
Maybe it's that. It's that. Yeah, no, it's been a thing, the second pit stop. Yeah. So I can only put it down to that. I don't think it's the hardware. We've seen more hardware issues at Red Bull where the light's gone green when it shouldn't have gone green, or it stayed red when it should have gone green. All of that kind of stuff. But nothing's really screaming. We've seen the replay. Nothing's screaming hardware to me. I just think that it's just
tiredness, personnel issues.
It just happens, bro.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about split second errors, isn't it? Like. It's not that
big a constant thing for McLaren though. Like it's the second stop always has issues. It's always slow.
Coincidence. And that's why it's important to be the number 1 driver, and that's why repercussions and ending up pitting second is a real repercussion.
Yeah. I think they got to start switching it up or something. Like whoever's doing the front wheels, they move to the back for the second pit stop. Keep the mind fresh. Yeah. Like do something different. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe, but don't know. Like Zach Brown, he didn't have anything to say on it. Like he didn't know. He just was just like, I can't comment. I don't want to guess.
Yeah,
like, he doesn't know. There's no actual. Yeah, look, because blaming the equipment would be the easy thing to do. But the only thing when I did see a slower pit stop, I thought, are they going to try and fix this?
Yeah.
That's where my heart starts to beat.
Papaya rules.
That's where my heart starts to beat. What are they going to try and do to fix? Like, McLaren don't mind messing up. They just try and manufacture the result.
Oscar, you got to stop on the track for 1.5 seconds and then go off again.
Right? Drive-through, issuing their own drive-through penalties. Like so you just don't know what's going to happen. One thing that Stella said at the back at the end of the race, which just made me think interesting. He just says, "No, I'm sure we'll be back with the pace for Mexico." He seemed quite confident
Yeah,
that this wasn't their ideal weekend, especially because they didn't have the data from the sprint. He goes, "Don't worry, we'll be back in. We'll be back in Mexico. We'll be fine." And he just seems pretty certain about that. But yeah,
we'll see.
It wasn't the top tier weekend for McLaren, and I think both the drivers are really going to be feeling it.
They will. One thing I want to touch on, right? Lewis has created his own club this weekend. The only driver with 5,000 career points. He's got over 5,000 now, but the 5,000 club, mental.
Yeah, that's a lot of points.
That's a lot of, considering you only get 25 points for a race win.
Man said only. That's what it is, isn't it?
When we're talking about, you've got 5,000 points.
Yeah.
25, I don't even know. I'm not going to do the maths, bro. It's too early in the morning for me, yeah? But whatever 5,000 divided by 25 is, that's a lot of races, bro.
And they're not all race wins. He's just picking up points and points and points.
But it's testament. What a guy. Testament to longevity, the career he's had. Just GOAT status, innit?
They were on his American Express. He'd be flying. He'd be upgrading everything, boy. The equivalent's crazy. But that's what it is.
But yeah, it's just testament to Lewis, man. Like, hats off. Absolute superstar, man.
Yeah, man. So, like I said, good to see him feeling like he's doing something again this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Still in the sport, still guaning, and really looking forward to seeing how 2026 pans out for these men, to be honest, because it's like a reset and come again. But finishing P4 for Lewis Hamilton.
The big one for me now, right?
Go on.
40 points separates Max and Oscar, who's in first. Is the dream alive for Max? Oof. Is all the talk, is all the everything that's going on, is it real now?
It's on.
It's on.
It's on. The challenge is on. There's enough races left. There's enough time. It's on.
5 races.
I'm gonna put
a couple sprints.
I'm gonna put myself in here and say I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm going to say I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay.
I think it's... I'm not saying something that's quite obvious. I'm saying something I'm just saying I don't think it's going to happen. I just think it's going to come back for Oscar. In the same... And it's anyone's guess.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen... Max has come out of nowhere, innit? Red Bull have just got it right all of a sudden. Max is just laying down these laps. He's laying it down at qualifying. He's laying it down in the race. It's just happening for him.
Yeah.
But it was just happening for Oscar at the beginning. And it's not right now. And I think it's going to be an exciting end. But I'm just going to I'm going to hang my hat here and say one of the McLaren drivers are going to do it. But I don't know which one.
Okay. I'm going to put my hat out there and I'm going to say, Max Verstappen, you are the 2025 Formula One champion. That's what I'm saying.
You reckon?
He's going to do it, man.
You reckon?
I think he's in McLaren's head. He's been in McLaren's head for the last few races.
Yeah.
The whole team and both drivers. He's in the head.
Of course he is, 100%, and he's right to be. He's earned that place. He hasn't just done something. He's earned it. But I just feel like it might not even be Oscar. I just think like Lando's gonna really.
I think Lando's gonna overtake Oscar in the championship.
Yeah,
I do think that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be Max 1, Lando 2, Oscar 3. But Mad Max. So it's just super Max, man. He's got to do it, bro.
If Oscar finishes this year third, it's a real fumble.
No, that's a fumble, bro.
Real fumble, and it's a real thing as well, you know.
Yeah.
Like
could easily happen.
I think it was almost so much of a given that he'll either win it, and if he doesn't win it, it'll be a close second.
Yeah.
I think the third was never on the cards.
Yeah.
Third was never on the cards, and Red Bull were never meant to be like second in the constructors.
Well, I mean, Red Bull gives you wings, man. The strap line it's coming.
They're
like
flying.
it's working for them. It's working for them. And I love it though, because this is what we want to see.
Yeah.
Like, you want a fight for the championship, and now Max is back in it. You've got an actual freeway fight for the championship.
Yeah.
And it's entertainment, bro. 5 races left.
I'll tell you what was interesting for me.
Go on.
Is Behrman and Yuki Tsunoda.
Oh.
Behrman is fuming with Yuki. And I'm bringing this up right now because we're talking about the championship, and we're talking about constructors, and we're talking about Yuki winning some points. We're talking about Yuki doing anything to win some points. Mm-hmm. And they were talking to Behrman. Behrman's just not rating him. Doesn't rate how he drives. Doesn't think it's in keeping with the sport, in the guidelines, in the spirit of the sport. He's what he said. Yuki doesn't drive in the spirit of the sport. So, like, what does that say? Is that fair? Is that okay? They said, are you going to talk to him about it? He said there's no point. It's how he drives, which means, but how he drives is what's made him go from, what was it, 18th to 7th or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like, earning points where he's got no right to earn points because he's a racing driver. How seriously do we take Ollie Behrman's thoughts that Yuki's not driving the sport?
I think he was just vexed. To
saying
be fair,
he's moving around under braking.
He did move under braking.
So
like,
then
let's have it real.
and that's not in the spirit of the sport.
FIA didn't think he moved under braking because they didn't even note it during the race and they didn't investigate it.
He said he said consistently his moves were reactive. Now we know that you got to choose what you're going to do. If you're going to move defensive, you're going to move out to the left. You got to move and say boom, because you've got to anticipate that someone's going to try and overtake you on the left. If the person moves to the left and you move after, it's not actually allowed.
Yeah.
When he's done this consistently, but maybe done it so quickly the FIA haven't noted it. What are we saying?
Fair play to Yuki then, isn't it?
Fair play to Yuki.
You found a loophole and you can do that.
But it's not in the spirit of the guidelines. Like that would be correct what Behrman said.
Guidelines, bro. I'm racing.
Until he gets noted and actually gets penalised for it then.
Yeah.
So then the FIA are at fault.
Yeah, I think the FIA is at fault. If he's doing something that he's not supposed to do, it's their job to call it out. Like, they were calling out Lando, right? He got 3 strikes for track limits. They called that out. If Yuki's doing something wrong, you got to nip it in the bud.
Yeah, to be honest, when the interviewer asked Behrman, are you going to talk to Yuki about it? I was thinking to myself, why would you talk to Yuki? Like, why would I talk to Yuki about it? It's exactly what you said. It's not my job to go and tell man the rules. He knows the rules. For me, this is a bit of a slip on the from the FIA. But what I like is Oliver Behrman. He's young. He's fresh. He knows the rules. He knows the sport. He's trying to play by the rules.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
And this kind of thing, if the FIA don't do something about it, like in a year's time, Behrman's going to say, bun these rules, because you lot don't enforce them.
Yeah,
so now I'm going to have to drive against the rules to be able to be competitive in this sport.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a bit of a slip on the FIA, and they got to look at this and be like, boy. Or they just keep letting Yuki, saying Yuki's had enough bad luck.
Right. Yuki don't care about no rules right now, man.
No, of course.
He just doesn't care.
He's just got to drive. When they asked him about it, he was like, oh, is it?
Is it? Yeah.
I'm just driving, bro. I'm just driving.
Yeah. I'm ahead. Pass me.
Oh, man.
Pass me if you can.
He don't care.
He finished 7th, which is a good result for him.
But yeah.
In comparison to what he's been doing the rest of the season, it's good. And Behrman finished 9th. So Behrman span out, still managed to finish 9th. I thought that was impressive.
Yeah.
That's a good drive from him.
But when he gets more aggressive, which people like Yuki are going to make him, it could be an absolute problem.
Yeah.
I know we're saying Hajjar's like rookie of the year for us, but I'm telling you, Behrman, what I saw from him yesterday in a bit of like attitude and like, what's going on here? Like, I think we're going to see some more aggression from him. But Yuki's driving so hard, and he's got one more race, bro, to really drive hard, because I think Helmut Marko said previously, decisions are going to be made post-Mexico.
Yeah.
So Yuki he's got some points to make.
He's got some chaos to cause, bro. That's all. Or if he can drive so well that he finishes higher than Oscar and gives Max some points back, that's a big win for him. But
big tick.
I just don't see it, bro. He's not finishing above a McLaren for the rest of the season. There's no way.
We've only got a week to wait to see what happens in Mexico.
Yeah, and I can't wait, man.
It's going to be an exciting one.
I can't wait. And obviously, Mexico is big for Red Bull, right? I think they've still probably got quite a lot of fans from when Sergio was
Perez,
there.
Yeah.
I think they like Max. They love Max over there. It'll be very interesting.
And Perez will be on the sidelines watching very, very carefully, saying, see you, man, here next year, yeah? Yeah. Red Bull, you can say bye to all these fans.
100%.
Yeah, that's what he's on right now.
Taking it back.
That's what he's on right now. And that will all be happening in a week's time.
In a week's time, yeah.
One more just shout out, because we talked about Liam Lawson quite a bit previously. It weren't really a Liam Lawson week, but credit to the Racing Bull mechanics. Because they messed up and they fixed themselves on the grid before the race. They dropped his car off the back jack and broke his rear wing.
But it's quite ironic that the car was in flames, right?
Bro,
It's quite ironic.
the livery was very hot, but yeah, so was the track and so was that back wing. They broke it and they replaced it and they gave him a chance.
Yeah.
Didn't do much with it, but you know, that guy.
Just that guy, Liam. That guy, Liam. What
A
can we...
busy race weekend.
was a busy race weekend.
A busy race weekend, man.
But it's good, man. It's good. Just looking forward to the next week. Formula One, more news, more action. Yeah, it should be lively. I mean, if anyone that watches, like actually watches the pod, you see me in these hoodies all the time, these Bape hoodies. Bape's just announced a collab for Vegas with F1. There's a Bape F1 collar coming out. Whatever they drop, I need that in it. Like,
I hear you.
If anyone's thinking about getting me a present soon or anything like that, I'm just calling it out now. The Bape F1 collab. I need that. That's me.
For
that's
Vegas, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vegas. I know Mexico, they bring out some like the Day of the Dead stuff and some interesting collabs, like just brand wise everywhere, different. Like Red Bull probably have a little spicy thing for themselves. But yeah, Vegas is going to be lit as well.
They had a jeans thing going in this time, didn't they? They did. All in the denim after the race, taking pictures and that. But yeah, a great weekend, man. A busy race weekend with all of this stuff, all this action going on. It's been exciting, man. I've enjoyed it.
The championship fight is alive and kicking.
And it's an exciting season for us all, man. It's an exciting season.
Yeah.
So we will continue and we will be back here in Race Talk F1, of course, right after Mexico. We hope you enjoyed the race weekend. We hope you enjoyed the pod. Please share it, share the clips, subscribe, and make sure you're involved on Spotify, Amazon, and on Apple Podcasts as well as on YouTube. I've been your boy J Knox, aka J Knox to the world, where we travel around the world via this podcast, covering every single one of the races in this 2025 season.
Yes, baby. With your boy Javier, aka One Hav. We love it, man.
We'll catch you after Mexico. Peace.